Three, two, one. This is Radio Free Cybertron 717. I'm Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Don, who was just telling us about how he bought GoBots when he was working at KB Toys in the 1970s.
I'm so good, I was buying them before they were in stores.
It's pretty sweet. We have John DeLuna, who is one Target floor lamp richer this week.
Hello, I am. I'm so well lit.
Rob Clay.
Hello.
Who is very Rob Clay this week. Diecast, who is angry. We'll get into why.
Very, very.
And XV, who is not particularly more angry than normal.
But why am I last? What the hell? Why? Why?
Oh yeah, I was
still always pretty angry.
I was working counterclockwise this week, more or less.
That's counterintuitive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's XV's secret. He's always angry.
You're not far off.
Yeah. Man. So, hey, we had our Not Toy Fair live stream this past week. Eventually, I will edit and make a podcast out of it, or podcasts. I haven't decided yet. Whenever I have time to go back and listen to all 4 hours and strategically remove parts that need to be strategically removed. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
We found out after the fact we're not allowed to talk about Nando's in the United States. Go figure.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So that was great. Actually, there was some news that popped up. Not Toy Fair level, but it would have been nice if we had known about at least one thing, I guess, before. So we'll get into the news. What else? Is there anything else? Anything to share? I don't have my watch on, but I'm looking at my watch, which is a watch, not a calendar. So it would be totally pointless, actually, for me to look at my watch, so I'll just shut up now. Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. Nothing special coming up. You should join our Patreon, though, patreon.com/tfradio. For all the fun
There's special stuff coming up.
Like what?
The first news item. Isn't that special?
Oh, God. Okay. So we in the fall of 2020, we had the first Walmart Collectors Con, which is the wet fart of conventions. So
it's not even really a convention.
No, it's you wait at a screen for a clock to count down so you can pay money. It's like God, what's that horrible thing that Hasbro was using for like exclusives?
No, correction. For you to hopefully pay money.
No, what was it called? What was it called? The Shart or something? That really horrible service.
Network.
The network. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but not maybe as bad. Yeah,
they will probably cancel your pre-orders and then put them back up on the website for other people to buy.
Probably,
or they'll just never ship them.
Walmart is not the place you want to place a pre-order with. So, yeah, so we don't know exactly what they're going to have. XV was thinking that they're going to ditch the headmasters for Beast Wars.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because the retro headmasters seem to be filling the spot where the G1 reissues would have been in the planogram, and Beast Wars reissues coming up seems like the natural carry forward with that. My thinking with this, though, is what we're going to end up seeing mainly is Wave 3 of the Netflix line.
Yeah. One thing I'm interested in, though, is Real Ghostbusters. That's one of the items. That's been something that's sort of been, I don't want to say shortchanged, but we got the original 4 Ghostbusters. We got Slimer and Stay Puft. Now we have the little proton shooter thing, whatever it's called. And that's been it for the whole line. That's it for the whole line. So I want more Real Ghostbuster stuff. So please give us Real Ghostbusters. So, yeah. So this is happening on the 15th. So maybe it's already happened by the time you listen to it. Yeah, Monday, March 15th.
Oh, it's a Monday?
1 p.m.
Who wants to go to a convention on a Monday?
Yeah.
I'll be off.
So
Well,
Don.
it works out for Don to not get any pre-orders.
Yeah, Don's internet's so slow. I doubt he's going to get before all the bots anyway.
Do you think they're going to do anything about the bots this time?
No.
No, they won't.
No. Has anybody noticed how crazy Walmart's collector shop page is? The home page? Like, it's got Transformers, Star Wars, Funko, $2,000 gold coins, trading cards for sports, Pokemon. It's like anything anybody's ever collected ever on the homepage.
Oh, this sounds like
you just keep scrolling and it gets crazier.
Oh, that sounds like it's my
the
kind
coins
of store.
are pretty crazy. Like,
Trading cards.
I didn't even know Walmart sold coins.
Yeah, gold bullion. Okay. I just came here for like a, Wave 3 headmaster. I don't need like pirate treasure.
Oh my god, this is horrible. The trading cards are awful. I think trading cards are sold on consignment at the store.
It's a vendor item, yeah.
Yeah, so you really don't find much in the way of trading cards on Walmart's website. So yeah, this is all just third-party crap. That's at a markup. Looking.
Blade Raider reminds us of the last time Walmart did this when ordering anything was a complete guessing game because everything was listed as just Transformers.
No pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe was part of that last time, right?
And it had the same problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
No names, no pictures.
And my pre-order got canceled.
I've been shipped an action figure before, yes.
My pre-order also got canceled. And the thing that really makes me mad is that they did it to me with the Mandalorian figure too. I had it pre-ordered, they canceled it, and then they put some up on the website. And luckily I was able to, happened to be on Facebook the second someone posted, hey, they just put up this for pre-order, and I was able to grab one. But chances are that was a very small chance that I was actually able to get it. Chances are I wouldn't have gotten it because they canceled it.
Well, I got an email. Remember last week when I sent my email that my red RC had been delayed?
Mm-hmm.
I got an email the next day that my order was canceled because due to demand, they could not fill all the orders.
Horrible.
And it's like, I don't understand, because I got my pre-order in around the same time I believe Chris Triplet did, and he got his in, and mine were canceled. So it's like,
yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to Walmart.
There is no. We have 1,000. We sold 1,000. These 1,000. No, it's just like they're picking and choosing who gets their pre-orders filled.
Hey, did you guys see the picture that was circulating around the internet of somebody at Walmart posted a picture that was chiding Walmart for their collector section being a disgrace? Like, I just picture the guy's neck beard is just electric with indignation. It's just like the saddest thing. But a lot of people did share that picture.
It's like Super Saiyan. His neck beard goes like Super Saiyan 3.
Pretty much. But I mean, I get it. But it just like for somebody to actually print that sign and put it in a Walmart, I don't know. That's kind of sad. But
is there a collector section? That section back in electronics? Is that what that is?
That's it. I mean, it's garbage anyway. It's like 99% garbage. So, like, getting upset about it is, sorry.
You should not have pre-orders and then cancel them, and then put more stock available like a day or two later. It's not right. It
reminds me of what happened with Sam's many years ago with the Robots in Disguise Optimus and Ultra Magnus. Why they look so different is because two different divisions of Hasbro were doing theirs as exclusive, and they didn't know they each were doing a Sam's exclusive because they came individual in those octagonal. I'm sorry. Thank you. That word. Displays, and so they weren't twin packed. And I
So
talked
what you're suggesting is that there's two different offices within Walmart that are one's canceling orders and one is discovering that inventory has been reallocated and they're putting the pre-orders back up.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is because they're not communicating the different facets involved. They're just wanting to make a collector's presence now that Toys R Us is gone, and then that they can fill that void and get more business. But they're not getting all their ducks in a row to do it properly. They're just saying, "Here's a bunch of stuff, buy it. Oh, we made our money. We're good."
Yeah, that's pretty much how they feel.
They're not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're exactly right.
Yeah, they're not actually trying to make it an ongoing positive experience.
I mean, it's Walmart, Don. It's Walmart.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like Hasbro Pulse. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. They've not made it the experience that they are presenting, but we're not getting.
Yeah, Walmart doesn't care, Don. I know you don't go there that often, but
no, but I've worked for Walmart in the past, and I can tell you firsthand, Don, they do not care.
Yeah, that's not their bread and butter. Just churning through stuff is their bread and butter.
And it's the same with Target. When when a similar situation arises with Target, like it's all the same thing. These big box companies don't care about. They don't care about this other than the optics of having the banner that says the words.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm not letting off Target off the hook either, because like you said, they're terrible too. That I order something from them, and if you don't respond in a day after they say it's back ordered, they say, "Do you still want this item?"
Your neck beard is starting to glow. Maybe cool down for a second.
You have to log into their website and say you still want the item. No, just tell me it's on back order.
That is so silly.
And let me cancel it if I want to cancel it. But otherwise, ship it to me.
Well, I mean, look at Earthrise Thrust. I mean, that I missed the pre-order window. The street date that was given on the webpage, I was up at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The page said coming soon. Well, I'm sorry. The page originally said pre-order sold out. Check back date of release. I refreshed.
12/1, I think.
Yeah, I refreshed the page. It said coming soon. I refreshed the page, sold out. So in the span of 2 page refreshes, it went from check back to sold out. And then it sporadically went on the website at random times. I mean, Chris, you looked at it. You couldn't even figure out the patterns on this one like you did for the Twin Pack Seekers. There was no...
To be fair, I wasn't trying as hard.
So, hey, while we're on the subject, did anybody ever get their numbered gigawatts?
Did actual people ever get orders for those? Because I thought those all just went to resellers.
I mean, the resellers on eBay, the last I checked, they were still selling pre-orders on it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're missing.
No, I thought we had at least one set of in-hand pictures of a numbered gigawatt, just that proved that there wasn't anything different except for the slight packaging variation. The toy was exactly the same.
So Transformers Gigawatt, numbered of 1985, 22 sold, almost gone. That wasn't a bot buying this. There's no way. So they had 25.
So a bot bought 25 of them?
Looks like, I guess they did have them in hand because they are going, here's a photo, one with the actual sticker on it, for $65.
It's actually not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad if you want that.
I don't want that. I'm adding it my watch list.
I don't want that. I'm adding it to my watch list.
Well, is that a buy it now price, or is
that's a buy it now price? It's buy it now.
Why not just buy it now?
Because he doesn't want it.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't want it.
He said he wanted it like a couple shows ago.
I might have bought something else today. I don't want to spend the money right now.
It's not that much. You should definitely do it.
Why don't you do it, Diecast?
Yeah, you do it, Diecast.
I got like 4 gigawatts already.
I only have 1.
So is Diecast our Mikey in that he'll just do anything? Like Mikey will eat anything. Like, Diecast is our Mikey. It's like Diecast will do it. He'll buy anything.
I don't know.
Generally,
I do have a Unicron tattoo.
What I never asked. What does your wife think about it?
I see.
You
know if
don't
she ever
have an
really
answer.
commented either way. I mean, she's fine with it.
Is she though?
Does she talk to him?
No,
Does she talk
no.
to you?
Yeah, which face does she make eye contact with?
Well, I mean, 99%
No, I just mean in general. Does
of
she
the
talk to you
time,
anymore?
I have a shirt on, so
Okay. Hey, what else is in the news? G2 Ramjet. Yay!
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Looks good.
yeah. It looks great.
Yeah,
I
it's
wonder
pretty
how
good.
many people reinstated their Pulse subscription because of G2 Ramjet.
Why would you? Other people are
I did.
selling it.
Yeah, you can get it Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth
can't show
or
it.
Yeah, but it looks like they were all July. So
So Pulse will have it in like October.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
no,
XV,
Pulse said July.
XV, are you going to expand on that tweet I saw where you were kind of waxing about pre-ordering not being as fun in like a post Pulse premium world?
I mean, I didn't really have much more thoughts beyond like the tweet itself. It's just even though like I've not had the best experience with getting stuff from Pulse and defects getting proper customer service, which I've long been on the record with that. It's kind of a pain finding the right place to pre-order from because like some places you end up paying like over the SRP because that's just how they work, but the shipping might be a little bit cheaper, or the SRP is right, but it's going to be $10 or $11 to ship one thing because the value of the order exceeded an arbitrary amount. It's just like, at least with Pulse, with the free premium, because I'm sure not going to pay for Pulse Premium. If you just wanted to go the simple route, they had it for SRP. You don't pay the shipping on it, and you can get out of paying the shipping anyway if you can get an order over $50. But like, I looked into that, and even adding Transmutate, which I'm not even sure I want. The total still only came out to $49.98, which they won't round you up for the free shipping. So like, how are you going to add 2 cents? You don't. You have to add $20 to get over to the next increment. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of become a pain, and it's not being very fun at the moment. And some of the smaller businesses that I might prefer to support with this kind of stuff don't seem to have been offering pre-orders for Generations Selects stuff this year. I'm not really sure what's up with that. So it's just been kind of difficult to find, I guess, a satisfying opportunity to give someone my money. To, put as fine and weird a point on it as possible.
No, I get it. I totally get it. It is a pain in the butt. There's no sweet spot when it comes to.
No, there's not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's no fun.
No.
Oh, they changed it.
Changed what?
Originally, it said Ramjet was July, and now it says August.
August of 2024. So, yeah, I think it's beautiful. Matt is not here, but he wanted us to know it's the greatest thing ever, basically, and I agree with that. It's I love that mold. I think I picked that as my favorite mold I think, if I remember right, Starscream was my favorite toy of 2020. Yeah, I'm all about it. Give me more Seekers. It actually kind of makes me want the original G2 Ramjet, which I don't think that I have. So I have G2 Starscream, but I don't have G2 Ramjet, so I need to fix that.
Yeah, I'm hoping this turns into them giving us Selects G2 Starscream.
I think so, because there was one retailer who was calling it G2 Tuesday. So I don't think I saw Hasbro Pulse specifically use that. So either they're just really smart, or this is going to be a thing.
So G2 Starscream is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
but it's not so different that, you know, I don't think it would sell that well, all things considered.
Well,
Really?
I don't think Bug Bite sold that well, all things considered.
Yeah.
At least it's a Starscream. He's got that going for him.
Yeah.
Do it in a 2-pack with G2 Thundercracker.
You mean Action Master?
Action Master, Thundercracker, yeah.
Yeah, same difference.
I'd buy that. I'd absolutely.
That's kind of blasphemous, Rob, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Also, Amazon Japan announced Commander Class Rodimus Prime, but Hasbro has yet to do so.
Yeah, Takara opened their pre-orders. Takara Tomy Mall has a page. It's actually up on Takara's Transformers website now. But yeah, Hasbro has not made a sound about it. Which I still find suspicious because Takara's pre-orders opened at midnight Japanese time, which they almost never do. The only time we've seen that happen before is when it's been coordinated with Hasbro so that the pre-orders happen at a time that works for Hasbro's market.
Think they might have
changed. Forgot to mention it.
Think they might have changed their schedule at the last second because of the leaks, or
probably not because of the leaks. My suspicion is much more mundane than that. They probably were waiting for production samples to come in so they could do some kind of show off of it, and they're late.
So we finally get to see the trailer and everything. I think so. The battle mode with the battle platform. It looks like it could use some more paint apps. But otherwise, I mean, it looks pretty good.
The only thing I think is that the cab sticks out a little bit too far.
Yeah,
but it's being speculated. Walkie David Willis had tweeted about this, and I saw similar from a couple of the Japanese accounts I follow. There's extra ports and tabs on the side of the cab car.
Yeah, I see it.
Which look like the thing could slide back in further and secure. And if it does that, also, if you look at where the trailer's pipes come to, if it slid back that much distance, those would completely envelop the cab car's pipes. So that would look cleaner.
Yeah.
And the cab car's rear wheels should fall in line with the front wheels of the trailer component, giving it the 6-wheel look that is in the cartoon model.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the case.
The only question mark on this is how the spoiler is going to work for that. And my theory on this is the reason we're being shown the vehicle in this configuration is because this is like the perfect transformation version where you don't have to remove and replace any parts to make it work. If you want to have it sunk in more and look more like the cartoon model, the spoiler would come off and tab somewhere else to make the whole thing fit together in the more compact state. So they're showing it as it is without any parts removal, but you would have the option to do it the other way. It may even end up in there as like an undocumented feature. Sometimes that has happened with things that they've engineered for special purpose like that, but like the people making the instructions or the package photos or whatever just don't ever get a memo about it.
I hope so. And that's a nitpick because it's only a $80 toy. It's not a $575 toy. So
yeah, I mean, a Commander Class isn't cheap, but like you're getting the plastic mask that the $80 calls for easily.
Right. And the paint apps look like they're supposed to. We have to wait for production to see, but
I mean, the colors aren't cartoon accurate, but Hasbro basically has decided that Hot Rod and Rodimus generally are red rather than magenta or burgundy. So we're just kind of stuck with that. If we were still getting unique Takara releases of stuff, when they did Cloud Rodimus and also Legends Target Master Hot Rod, those were burgundy properly. And if they were doing that kind of thing still, we would be seeing this in that color. And I would pay the $130 Japanese Commander price point to get a cartoon colored burgundy Rodimus Prime. But since we can't, I'll just get the $80 Hasbro one instead. So this comes with 10 effect parts, which is also part of where the price point's going to. The one effect part they showed initially in the stock photos looks like one of Skylynx's blast effects. So it's probably getting the full set of those because they're almost certainly gang molded. And more on that in a second. The new listing on Takara's Transformers website included one more photo which showed the Matrix sort of and a new Matrix glow effect. It looks to be distinct from the one that came with Hot Rod, but in a similar style. If they're reusing Skylynx's blast effects, there's like 6 or 7 pieces there, and then the Matrix effect would account for one more. So there's a couple more still unseen, which maybe new, like the Matrix glow effect is, or reused from somewhere else.
So I guess it could be potentially like the blast effect from Transformers the movie when Galvatron's shooting at Rodimus.
I mean, maybe, but it looks just more like an alternate take on the Matrix glow.
Well, I mean, that would actually sort of be pretty similar.
I guess.
Yeah.
You can just, pose your Studio Series Hot Rod and your Commander Rodimus Prime, one behind the other in doing the grow up sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now with this Commander class, could it be possible they're going to put it under the Studio Series 86 banner?
No, it's a Kingdom toy, Don.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the whole article, so I wasn't sure. Okay.
TFRadio.net.
All right.
Check it out.
/news,
yeah.
Okay. So I came in late. I haven't caught up on all the news of the day. Sorry.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, I posted that yesterday.
Sorry, just giving you crap, Don. Giving you crap.
That was fun, though.
Hey, Don. So, go ahead.
I'm pretty happy with how this looks, and a Japanese Twitter user I follow, Ishikawa Sunday, actually used that Skylynx blast effect as the basis for putting a size comparison together to try to get an idea of what the Rodimus Prime robot is in comparison to Earthrise Optimus, and they actually do turn out very close to each other. I think the Rodimus might actually end up slightly taller. It's hard to say for sure because of how Rodimus Prime is posed in all the stock photos with like bent knees and everything, but the bend was deeper than the bend Ishikawa Sunday put on Optimus to get a similar pose for comparison purposes. So if the legs were straightened out on both of them, I think it would be just a little bit taller. But basically what they did was to match the size of the blast effect in the two photos and overlay Rodimus onto an Optimus Prime photo using that same blast effect. So from that, you can kind of get a pretty close sense of what the scale should be between them. It was a pretty clever application, I have to say. One of our Discord users this morning was suggesting something along the line of who wants to use the Matrix accessory to try to figure out how tall the toy is. But this blast effect idea is much better.
The thought of sort of comparing this to the Earthrise and Kingdom Optimus just makes me realize that I can finally now with these have a nice little Headmaster's Birth of the Fantastic Double Prime display where they can like be running toward the screen together.
And also, since both of them have hinged fingers, you can have them doing the handshake.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm excited.
Of course, the best application of hinged fingers and a handshake was Robots in Disguise or Car Robots, where that was the starting point of the Omega Prime combination.
Oh, man, I'm trying to think.
Ultra Magnus grabbing onto Optimus Prime's hand and then the arm flipping around to make the first gauntlet.
Something strange has happened. Now there are 2 Optimus Primes. Yes. I think that's the line.
Oh, that's great.
I love that so much. Okay.
But this looks good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know that I like the look of it better than the Titans Return figure?
Power of the Primes.
Power of the Primes. But it being in scale with Earthrise Optimus, which is the superior Optimus, that sells me on it.
And it will scale with either of the two better Ultra Magnuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are kind of not the most positive on this, and a lot of that seems to come down to like the price point versus what the actual figure part of it is offering. And like I get that not a lot of people are necessarily going to be into the idea of paying $30 to $50 extra for a big complicated trailer component. But I brought this up before. I'm pretty sure that Rodimus Prime robot is designed to be produced on its own. So, if you just want a Rodimus Prime robot that doesn't have the trailer on it, like, just wait. They will rerun this in some capacity later on, probably in one of the future Netflix waves if that keeps going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There will be other options besides this. I'm almost positive of it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping once the Rodimus was announced that they might have done like an all-in-one transformation, kind of like what Carrie was, where the trailer is incorporated into the robot mode. I was kind of hoping they would do that, so that way you got more robot.
I don't like the idea of that at all.
Well, Don, you know what official toy does that?
The
Titanium.
Power of the Prime.
Titanium's
Yeah,
Rodimus
Prime.
Prime.
Yeah,
And
right,
that's a great toy. No,
that is. It is.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
no, it's horrible.
So
No, I like it.
The problem with the all-in-one transformation, which Titanium's Rodimus Prime demonstrates to an extent, but Carrie really exemplifies, to do that, you end up with either the robot mode being really oversized or the vehicle mode being really undersized compared to anything else that it would go with. So, like, with Carrie, you get an almost masterpiece-sized robot, but you get the vehicle mode that's, like, sub-classic size. So that it doesn't really hit either of the directions it could be going well enough. And you'd have the same problem with doing this at Commander Class in Generations. Like, there's just too much trailer mass to incorporate that and keep the right scale in both modes. Because like even Power of the Primes had that be a separate component that could integrate with the other toy, but to keep the scaling working, they had to still make it be a separate robot mode by itself too. You can't just do the all-in-one thing.
Okay. Diecast.
It's time.
It's time. So
Remember PG-13.
PG.
Yes.
PG.
Yes.
PG.
All my emails were not PG-13.
PG.
No, they weren't. That's why I'm reminding you.
So
we have a rating on this show.
Unicron is shipping, and neither Diecast or I are on the initial shipping list. So I can live with it because I can live with it. But Diecast cannot bear this. Diecast is very frustrated.
It's the burden hardest to bear.
Yeah.
Well, the fact is that there's two emails going around. There's one saying, "Hey, your Unicron's going to be shipping anytime soon," and then there's another one saying, "Well, COVID," and that's basically the email. Like, what?
Yeah,
well,
he's paraphrasing a little bit, but not by much. And,
yeah,
and Diecast sharing that in our internal mailing list was the first I had heard of that, which makes me think Diecast is the only person who's received that, and Hasbro is just purposely withholding Unicrons from him.
So the one I have, I'll read it. Good news! Our team has been hard at work ensuring your Planet Eater gets to you as quickly as possible. We are excited to let you know that he is almost on his way. So you may have seen a tracking number generated, but please don't be alarmed if you don't see the movement right away.
you got the good email.
But I don't have a tracking number or anything. Yeah.
But
Right,
you got
that's
the good email.
That's the email I've seen everybody else talking about. I have literally not seen the one that you shared with us before this afternoon.
Yeah, with the bad words in the subject.
Okay, that wasn't Hasbro's fault, though.
No, that was just
directly.
Diecast commentary.
But why? I pre-ordered it July 15th.
All dead. That's when they closed.
No, that was
That's when it
no,
opened.
That's when it opened.
July
When it
15th
opened?
was the first day it
Oh.
opened.
Well, I mean,
They
we all paid
closed
for
in
it.
October.
God, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it
Yeah,
ended
man.
the weekend of New York Comic Con.
When did I do it?
So that's like Are they doing it by order number? How are they doing this?
My order number changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, weird. Mine started as like one of the master style like order numbers, and then it was canceled and recreated.
That's
as
exactly
like
what happened to me.
Yeah, an itemized one.
July 15th is my date.
So my thing, I'm not angry that. Well, I guess I'm a little bit angry that I'm not in the first group. But I'm angry in the lack of communication and the fact that there's 2 different letters going out to the backers. Like, I thought backers were all in this together. We were all going to get the same updates. We were all going to get the same emails. Like, now you're just breaking the system.
Diecast, your neckbeard is glowing blue right now.
Can I? It'll get to my favorite color, pink, in a minute, or magenta, whatever that weird one was. So Diecast, if I missed this, just remind me. So, are you sure you don't? Do you know if you have a label created, a FedEx label created? Are you sure if you do or don't?
I do not.
Okay, you don't have one.
I do not have one.
Okay,
which makes sense with the email that I got that said basically, well, COVID.
My delivery manager from FedEx still has my old address. So I have no idea if I have one or not.
Well, for anybody out there, if you have, I don't know if you can create a FedEx account now and it will find it for you, but definitely if you had a pre-existing FedEx account, like FedEx.com, create an account and all that stuff, you can look up advanced shipments. So it'll pull any label that's been created for a FedEx shipment that's going to your address. It will show it to you, whether it's active or not. If it's just been created, it'll show up in your list. So that's just a heads up.
I have the app. I can see my stuff coming over from China like 2 months in advance sometimes. From my Taobao purchases. This there's nothing there. I mean, that GameStop one that's on the top of the list, I got that today.
That's what the green check mark indicates. Those are all delivered.
Yeah, so there's nothing in my list, and to have 2 different emails going around to backers, what I think really bothers me, and the lack of any sort of information as to, okay, the first batch is shipping out now, second batch is a week behind on a boat. You should see something roughly in about a week and a half, or week to 2 weeks, whatever they want to say.
Yeah, except if it is on a second boat, like, I theorize and you seem to be ascribing to, like, they don't know how far behind it's going to be, so they're not going to say, it's going to be X amount of time, because then when it's not, they have to listen to you again. No, but I mean, you understand what I'm saying, though. Like, they're not gonna give an estimate like that, because they just don't know, and it's bad for business in any kind of situation to just blindly say it'll be this long, and then have it be longer. That looks bad, and it's not good for their customer service, such as it is.
Incorrect estimates do tend to make me angrier than vague nothing. I will say that.
Yeah.
Because
vague nothing is okay if we're all getting vague nothing, but it's like some of us are getting, hey, the thing you waited for a year and a half is going to be here any second, and then you're getting,
if you had ordered just one, it would have fit on the first boat.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's kind of what I'm wondering too. Like, is it because he ordered 2 of them that's causing some kind of a problem with the fulfillment? Even if it's just something where it's slowing down the generation of the shipping label.
I wonder, if there's anybody else out there that ordered multiple Unicrons and you're listening, which email did you get? I'm curious about that.
So Don's muted right now, but for those not watching the video, he is laughing his ass off at that.
Yeah. Well, I do have something to add to this topic. Is the other day when I was going through Hasbro Pulse to check everything, I noticed that my Unicron had been canceled. Got worried, and then on the next page was the recreated order, because that has happened. They say that when orders, what happened when this happened last time with an item with God Neptune, when demand is so high, sometimes they have to recreate the order with a different number structure to keep everything separate. When I used the Hasbro Pulse chat, I asked them that when would we begin? How long in advance would we be getting the email for it being shipped versus it actually being shipped out? Because I need to make sure either I'm going to be here, my fiance is going to be here, or I need to set up a hold or something. Because with it being FedEx, I have no terminal in town, so I'm going to have to figure out something. And the representative said that they don't know, they don't have any kind of timetable right now other than they're getting ready to be sent out. But the email when they're sent out should be several days before it's actually leaves to be sent. So when you get an email with your tracking information, it'll be right after that when it goes out. So it's not like it's going to be, it arrives and then you get your email that it's on the way. So the rep said that they're going to be sending out the emails in advance of it actually leaving to be shipped. So that way, apparently, they can give people enough time to make sure, because it says it has to be signed for. So I don't think I can use my typical FedEx note. Dear FedEx, please leave all packages here in the corner. Thank you, me.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to work on this one.
Corner.
Yeah, the corner. Yeah,
So,
nobody puts Unicron in the corner.
It says Unicron requires a signature,
Direct signature,
but since COVID, pretty much I haven't signed for anything since COVID because most of the companies have relaxed their policy to where they don't actually ask for a signature. Like FedEx, it's like, yeah, they'll just look in the window to see if somebody's in the house, and if so, they'll just drop it off and not require a signature.
although that's also kind of creepy.
Well, I added the look. I added the look in the window part.
That's okay. That's good.
But
I just want to know why.
I've never ordered a toy that demanded I take a day off work before. Just that's interesting.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so actually you have though, because like any DHL Express thing, they want a direct signature or they want you to do a release where if they leave it on your porch and it disappears, aka they didn't leave it on your porch at all, they're not liable anymore. But if you chose not to sign that waiver or fill that in on the web form, yes, that would be a thing that you order that you would have had to take the hypothetical day off of work for to receive.
Oh yeah.
And
I just don't think I've ever seen.
Go ahead.
I just don't think I've ever seen a company just like suggest that in the shipping announcement. That's a new one.
Well, it's because of the value of the item. It's a $600 thing. They have to declare the value of that to FedEx for insurance purposes.
Yeah.
So, FedEx themselves would be at that point instituting, okay, direct signature is required because if we deliver this and then it's claimed missing, we are not going to be on the hook for that thing.
Please take the day off work and contact your personal bodyguard so that you can receive this Unicron.
More or less, yeah. And like to Brian's point, yeah, like companies are relaxing for something of this dollar value. There's probably not as much leeway to do that in every situation. If they're going someplace where it looks to them like it is a secure location that they can leave it, and it would be hard for somebody to walk off with that, they might have a little bit more discretion to not require somebody to come and directly sign the thing. That's the thing. Like the FedEx information that I've seen people pasting into Twitter images and whatever, it's direct signature required. There's direct signature where you have to actually sign their PDA thing, or there's indirect signature where you can have on file with them a signature just saying, you can leave this here, and I understand if it goes missing, like the liability is limited or non-existent depending on the situation. Or if you have like a door tag, you can sign that, and that's an indirect signature because you leave that out for them the next time they try to deliver it. No, like if you can't be there to sign for the thing, they can't deliver it, and this is expensive. It's a big thing. I don't think they're going to be able to just like not do that for the most part. So, Diecast, whenever they actually get around to you, make sure to take a day off of work. Otherwise, your wife is going to sign for them, and then you're going to die.
Yeah.
Maybe July. I just can't believe that I ordered day one. I was one of the biggest supporters of this,
It's to spite you.
and they poop on me.
Ness,
How many Pecons could you fit in a Unicron-sized box?
Oh, probably
That's
a
the
lot.
next step.
But Diecast, it's nothing. It's not anything personal. We've all ordered stuff. Like I ordered those red RCs the minute they went up, and my order was canceled. I know dollar wise is slightly different. I know that, but
that is one of the things that sucks about things like this. And sorry to cut in, Don, but just this is the kind of thing I think about a lot, which is that just good or bad, it's not personal. It's never going to be. The toys will never love you back, man. There's
Good,
it's
bad.
just no
I'm
way.
the one with the red RC.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not making light of your frustration, Diecast, because I have been where you're at. But it's like with when Tides Return to RC, it was released at a convention that I couldn't go to, and it was like, really,
You could have gone. You could have gone. I can't drive.
Don wasn't there.
They won't let me.
I don't
Well,
remember.
he could have gone to Shardacon too, and he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I could not get off. If I had bailed on work, I would have been fired. That's how the situation.
But you would have been at Shardacon.
Yeah, but they would have had no way to know that. This is something completely different. And I just got to say, shout out to Ness who put in the chat the shipping label and then said from Hasbro and to anyone not named Diecast. That is
Yes, I
funny.
enjoyed that.
That is pretty funny.
So yeah,
TIFradio.net/Discord. You can see all that fun stuff that they put in there if you want.
They're really taking that everything before Unicron seriously, apparently.
Yeah, now it's not everything before Unicron, it's everyone before Diecast.
Yeah.
Hashtag everyone before Diecast. No, but no, that's the point, Diecast. It's not a personal thing because the people who are doing fulfillment on this are not the people at Hasbro that and might have irritated.
Yeah.
That's true. But it begs the question, how are they doing these single orders? As you said, that may make sense. That kind of puts me behind everyone because I ordered two.
Realistically, it's probably either there is no rhyme or reason, which I don't believe, or it just comes down to something as simple as order number. And the order number, like I said, has changed. Did your order get canceled? And did you get a new order number?
No.
So after I don't want to say this on the air. Once we're off, maybe we look at our order numbers and compare what they are, and just see what.
The other thing too, Diecast, you got two of them on the way, but did you pre-order both in the same transaction, or did you do the second one at a later time?
Same transaction.
Okay. I was thinking if, you added one later on, like they can see that and they're waiting until both of them are, unstacked off of the pallets or out of the container.
No. Two. First day. I think we did it, well, I know I did it on the way home from TFCon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had resigned yourself to a life of Cookie Monster instead of Unicron.
Yes.
Yeah. Poor Cookie Monster.
Yeah, no one's gonna remember Cookie Monster in a couple years.
I'll always remember Cookie Monster.
And don't even get me started on Pepe Le Pew.
And I will always feel bad for the people within Hasbro who were so excited to make that Cookie Monster and make like this most accurate Muppet replica thing that they could, and only like 300 people bothered to try to back it.
Hey, Diecast.
Like 3,000 needed.
Go back to your email real quick. And when did you get your order confirmation email? I got mine at 12:08 p.m.
12:08. What day?
July 15th.
July 15th.
Yeah, just real quick. It'll be Hasbro Pulse. Like, just search for HasLab Unicron backer order.
Ness must just have like a catalog of weird Photoshop because
the Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster Unicron in the Discord, tfradio.net/Discord.
Then once Diecast pulls this, we'll move along.
HasLab Unicron, you
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
I'll just go back to...
I know you have a bunch of emails that say HasLab Unicron. Just go back to July 15th.
Yeah.
12:08 p.m.
Almost there.
Things to avoid with your Unicron. The park.
Okay.
It's a picture of a Unicron in the stroller.
I was 7:18 p.m. Monday, July 15th.
Oh, that's why you're way behind.
You're several hours behind probably most of the people who are getting those emails now.
Yep, that's your problem, Diecast. Slow to the punch.
So clearly what it is, only people within the first 5 hours had their Unicrons go on the first boat, and then everybody else is on the second boat. Clearly.
I backed this right away.
No, you didn't. Not right away. I beat you. I bet Don beat you too. John beat
I
you.
mean, you didn't get your confirmation until late that night.
I'm still saying the only way to resolve this is piracy. You need to get yourself a crew and just start boarding cargo ships until you find your Unicron.
That is possible.
Okay. Hey, what did somebody get anything this week? Chris, what'd you get?
Oh boy. So I talked a little bit about this, basically just acknowledging it on the stream this past weekend for Not Toy Fair. So I have Kingdom Dinobot.
Jelly.
Yeah, well, did you go to Walmart this afternoon and look?
No, I did not get a chance.
Probably if you just go to one or two of your local Walmarts, you'll find these because this wave seems to be popping up at Walmart all over the place. Like I was able to go and there was 2 cases worth out. I had this one before I went looking today, but I didn't end up paying more than I would have if I got in the store today. So I'm satisfied well enough. So it's pretty okay. The Raptor mode is pretty immobile. The legs can't really be posed at all. Like the knees will bend, but you can't do a whole lot with that. Surprisingly, the little raptor arms are jointed enough to be kind of expressive in beast mode, but at the same time, the neck is just an up and down hinge. There's no swivel motion, so it's still pretty limited in what you can do posing-wise, which is a little bit disappointing to me. The robot from the side has a little bit of Masterpiece Dinobot proportions, but the difference there is this is a $30 toy, and the Masterpiece is like a $200 toy. So this is excusable here, and most importantly, though, the face sculpt on this is just as good as on the Masterpiece.
It really is.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. The colors could use some tweaking. Chrome Tyranno Grimlockimus on Twitter did one up for himself, basically increasing the contrast between the light and dark parts of the dinosaur skin, and it made it look so tremendously better. He did some other alterations to it as well to dress it up, but that was one of the main things he did, and it just made a world of difference on it. Now, having it in hand and not side by side with the pictures of the one he did, it's fine as is. It's not terrible or anything. But it with just a little bit of difference in how the deco worked, it could have been even better than it is. Sadly, the rotate blade does not rotate. It just hinges. It just hinges open and looks stupid because it doesn't rotate anymore. But the sword is removable and for some reason has a metallic purple blade. I don't really know why. Also, I don't know why they made the entire peg handle keyed, so it can only go one way in the socket of the rotate blade part. But that also means that only Dinobot can hold this because, while part of this is 5 millimeters wide, it has the tab flanges sticking off of one side, so it can't go down into any standard hands. So only Dinobot with the claw hands that don't work for 5 millimeter anyway work, ironically enough, by tabbing this into a 5 millimeter port inside the hand. So it's just choices were made and none of them make sense. I'd kind of like to see this done up chromed, the sword blade. The only problem with that is the tip of the sword does stick out the end of the tail. So, like right now, there's a purple tip to the tail, which doesn't stand out so much from the brownish that the dinosaur skin is. But if it was chrome, it would stand out a lot more. But again, as a sword, it would look better that way. So it's kind of like not really sure what to do about that overall. Now, just today, I got Kingdom Inferno because my Walmart improbably had Wave 2 of the Voyagers at the same time everybody else was getting them. Inferno is short packed in Wave 2, so each case is 2 Dinobots and 1 Inferno. So if you have an interest in this and you see it, go ahead and pick it up. It won't be shipping probably in the next assortment, which I'm pretty sure is going to be Rhinox and a reship of Earthrise Starscream. Just like we're getting RC reshipping in this deluxe wave. So Inferno has some remolding. The notable thing is the crane arm is now the ladder with the sort of a hose end on it. Like there's an effect part attachment point here, and there's certainly blue effect parts you could use that would look like a water spray if you wanted them to be a hose end truck. But that end comes out much the same way that Grapple's crane will extend. He's got the wings to the sides of the head. The head's a new mold. The important thing they did, though, you'll remember there was a lot of problems with Grapple with those pegs that attach the crane base to the back end of the truck. They would break off. Well, they changed those pegs on here. So now they are shorter.
Good.
I had modified Grapple as soon as I opened it, so like even if I had it handy to do for comparison, it's not in its original state, so it wouldn't work anyway. But these are shorter pegs. They fit in securely to the sockets on the bottom of the feet, but they will also come out very easily too. They do not seem to have any risk of breakage to them, so they did notice that there was a problem there, and they addressed that while they were doing the modifications for Inferno. I would presume if they ever reran Grapple for some strange reason, the pegs would also be shortened in that application too. That's probably a permanent change to the mold overall. Let's see. So Inferno comes with an extra little cannon piece that goes on the side of the head. And also on each side, there are these coiled hose pieces, which are removable parts on 5mm posts. So he gets a couple of extra accessories, but they're mostly just decoration for the vehicle mode. They don't really like do anything. But you know, in vehicle mode, it's a good update / recreation of what G1 Inferno looked like, and the robot mode is fairly accurate too. And much like it was with Grapple, like it's not trying to do anything extraordinary. It's just like solid, good, basic robot toy. Now, in contrast, we have Ultimate Expanse, which is not a solid, good, basic robot toy. So this is the X-Men collaborative toy, and it's using to some degree some of the skeleton of Studio Series Jetfire. I don't have Studio Series Jetfire, so I'm not sure how much of that toy still exists in this, but it did use that as a starting point for like its engineering. It's rather tall. Like compared to a Voyager, it's pretty tall. But it's not fun. So a big problem I've been having is with the wings, which like even in robot mode, they just kind of get knocked around easily because they're on friction hinges, but there's almost no tension to them. There's a tab stop at really just the middle here, and it barely keeps them. And then they're supposed to be folded forward like this for robot mode, but there's not really much other than friction to try to keep them in that orientation. The other big problem is the waist joint, which just rocks loosely side to side. And I was asking on Twitter about this just before the show started, and this appears to be a common thing, and there's not really any way to address that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, in exchange for that, you you can potentially get an ab crunch, except to use that you have to loosen the torso piece to make room for it to move. So it can bend forward like that, but the shirt's kind of riding up, and then you have to lean him back and do the Picard maneuver on him. So I don't think that's like an intentional thing for this. It's probably a holdover from the previous engineering, because it doesn't really do anything in transformation either, that joint. The jet mode is what you really would come to expect from a large Transformers jet. It's a jet skin on the back of a splayed out semi-folded robot. So it looks good from the top and sort of the side, but it's not particularly stable. I had a lot of trouble when I was messing with it at first, just getting everything to line up straight. The engines really wanted to sit at a slant versus the lines of the fuselage, which I knew could not be right. And I did eventually get that to sort out, but I honestly could not tell you how I got it to work. I just know that eventually it did. And transforming it isn't fun. The legs are crazy. So the front half and the back half of the leg, like the blue parts are split. It's basically like, think about armor over a Gundam skeleton. It's basically set up like that. Each half of that pulls out and rotates 180 degrees because the orientation of both parts has to be reversed to close up for vehicle mode to make the engines, which seems like the most unnecessary thing, because if both halves of that have to do that, they should have just been engineered in the first place to stay in the orientation they started in and work around it that way. Like, I could see splitting these to like lower them down a little bit to extend the length of the leg or something. But what they're doing just feels like unnecessary extra padding onto the engineering that doesn't really accomplish anything that needed to be accomplished. That's like the most complicated thing, but it is such a fiddly, semi-frustrating element of how the toy transforms. It's kind of one of those things where like I don't really want to transform it again to go back to jet mode, just because like that was not fun to do. Composability is okay. With the floppy torso, it's not like gonna super well hold a specific pose, because that's just gonna kind of bounce all over the place. Proportions are okay. I like the visual styling and the deco looking like 90s X-Men uniform style. Like, I'm into that conceptually. Just like for execution as an actual toy, though, it's not great, unfortunately. I'm happy that I didn't pay full price for this. I was able to leverage discounts that Target was offering in order to get the price down to under what a liter costs, which at the time I thought was like, yeah, that's probably what this should be worth approximately. And no, I still overpaid for it.
Man.
Yeah, so still, so far, I have to conclude that Gigawatt is the one actually genuinely good collaborative figure that they've released so far. I had hopes for this,
Not
but it
Ectotron?
didn't really. What?
What about Ectotron?
I don't really feel that one.
Okay.
Ectotron is better than Maverick, I'm sure. But what isn't?
What isn't?
I'd probably say Ectotron and this are about equal in terms of my satisfaction. Like, at least Ectotron is stable in both modes and doesn't have like a bunch of underhanging parts, but it's also not super interesting to me outside of the vehicle mode. Where at least this, I like the Blackbird vehicle mode. I like the X-Men uniform style of the robot mode. It's just some of the like mechanical aspects of it that are not working for me. So it's got a little bit more going for it, but yeah, Gigawatt's the one where like I really felt satisfied with the collaborative figure, instead of just feeling like, yeah, this is a lot of flaws that I have to overlook just because this is kind of an interesting idea. So yeah, maybe wait for sales on Gigawatt, or not Gigawatt, on Expanse. It should not be an ultimate expense. Let's put it that way. Wait for an ultimate discount instead. But yeah, that's what I got this week.
All right, I'll go.
I was going to jump to Don, actually.
Well,
Don, did you get your thing?
Did I get my thing? Oh yes. But that's the
Did you
last.
get that thing you sent you?
Yes, that I got the thing I sent me, but that's the last on the list. Off topic for Matt, I picked up the Thanos. Well, I picked it up for anybody that needed it, and Matt needed it, so the Marvel Legends Thanos is for him. I don't care about the character, but man, that's a nice figure. That they did a really good job on that figure for the $30 price point Marvel Legends.
Didn't they just
figure.
release that like 2 years ago?
I don't know. I don't. If it again, I cherry pick my Marvel Legends. It's just I saw this and I didn't know if anyone needed it, and he did, so I picked it. So that's bound for him.
Now that you mentioned, I think they did do a comic Thanos a couple of years ago, but smaller.
Okay.
It was a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay. With the 25% off one toy item at Target, my Target has been pretty threadbare the last few weeks, but I did get the last Plasma Series Ecto-1.
It sucks.
It's going to look nice in my Ghostbusters because I have a framed original Ghostbusters movie poster behind the computer, so I will eventually have a Ghostbusters theme. So I went ahead and got that. There was a bit of FOMO there because there wasn't a lot there, and
no, I bought it too. I get it. I put it together and it sucks.
Yeah. On topic, I picked up when I was there. I picked up a second Jazz. I heard about the issues with the clear windshields, the clear roof cracking. And Target has these on sale right now, and they had one left, so I figured I might want to get a second one if mine breaks. If not, I can always use it for something later on. And when I was at Walmart today, I picked up a duplicate Headmaster Highbrow. So now I have a complete set of boxed retro Autobot Headmasters.
You've been teasing this big purchase for like a month. What is it?
Yes. I'm almost there. I also picked up what Chris got. I found them to as well as Dinobot and Inferno. So I was looking forward to these.
Nice.
So I got those. And everyone get ready to drink. Pial was selling some things that he had used for his review channel and put them up on his TFW 2005 webpage.
Okay.
So I picked up from him, this is not it, Brian, the Cryotech version of Transmetal 2 Megatron.
Wait, that's the fake one. That's the
is that
third
perfect
party.
effect?
That's a third party one.
This is the perfect. This is the perfect effect. Wai Zhang has not or may not get around to doing a Cryotech version of their mold.
Yes, I don't think Wai Zhang will get around to that because didn't they all get arrested?
There's some confusion about that, but yeah, I was waiting to get. I've got the perfect effect regular version of Transmetal 2 Megatron, and I wanted the Wai Zhang Cryotech version to have one each of the mold.
Right.
But PL sold this for a really good price. I love these Cryotech. Obviously, it's one of my favorite Visionaries characters. I love the cool palette, and it was a really good price. So I picked that up.
Don,
did you ask him to write like a note inside to Headmaster Don, my #1 fan?
No, I'm just saying he sold it at a very reasonable price, and I was able to pick it up.
So now, Don, I'm gonna. Everybody's dying to know, but I just have to say this. So you shut off your Cryotech, and I'm like, God, I wish I had Cryotech. I never got Cryotech. And I'm like, wait, do I have Cryotech? And I just did a quick Gmail search, and I got it last year. It's just it doesn't count because it was during COVID. So because everything runs together, and I've completely
yeah.
So I did get a Cryotech in July of last year, so I can't wait to actually see it again once I unpack.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we've run out of time for Don's what we got. So, Diecast, what did you get this week?
There's not a real big story on this like there was with 7-Eleven Optimus. I ran the Twitter sales, I ran the eBay sales. Everyone that bought something from me from Twitter, I appreciate it. If you retweeted it, I appreciate it. If you went to look at my eBay sales page, I appreciate it. I was not planning on getting this. I was never planning on getting this. But after the last couple of months, how busy we've been, everything I've got ahead of me now, thanks to, issues, TF 714, I decided to spoil myself. And you'll see when you see the figure, I'm crazy, and it's crystal clear.
The hell is that?
Diecast recognizes it.
Kronos?
Wow.
It's Crystal Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
It's
Oh,
the
okay.
limited. Yeah, it's the limited edition Fans Toys. Fans Toys Phoenix. Yes,
Oh,
the
I-
crystal version.
To Don, it was the most
Wait,
important
Don, do you
purchase
have that
of his year.
mistransformed, or are you missing a jet?
That's the one thing I want to say. It did come damaged, but it wasn't any of the crystal plastic. It was the thruster broke out of the package.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have the nozzle.
yeah, I
Like,
have the
can you
nozzle.
glue it on?
Yeah, well, the way it is. It's a clean break at the parts that connected.
Mhm.
So there is.
Oh, boy.
I would basically I'm going to have to put a small dowel in each end, and then it can be fixed.
Yeah.
And all things being equal, it's a very minor break that I can fix. I have emailed the seller, and I'm waiting to hear back from them because they were coming out of Golden Week, and I'm sure they've got a lot going on to get all their sales out.
So I'm assuming that was what, about $100? Is it more than that? Is it more than that? Is that why it was a big purchase?
It's Fans Toys. So yeah,
So $200.
Well,
So it's a-
$450.
so unofficial. It's a third-party Fans toy. It's a six-party.
It's like
wait,
a knockoff.
Wait. So wait, you're saying Fans Toys didn't actually produce that?
Yes.
Unofficially,
it came
I
in
believe it's Fans Toys that's produced it, but for some reason they didn't put their name on it.
Oh, okay.
You would be wrong, Diecast, because it came in a Phoenix box. It came in the Phoenix box with the Phoenix instructions, with the Phoenix rifle, and the everything else that Phoenix came with.
Did it come with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney?
No, it
Well,
did not.
wasn't it not listed as a Fans Toys product?
The website, every website I have seen is listed it as Fans
Holy
Toys
crap!
because
$600? Is that what you paid for
I
that?
didn't. No. I did not pay that. I did
Is
not
it?
pay that.
How is it in
No, that's what you
person?
pay for the one that
Because
isn't
in
broken.
photos, I couldn't tell if I liked the look of it or not. Does it look good in person?
I think it looks great, but I'm kind of partial to the crystal plastics. I think it looks really good. I think it looks
Because you see, it wasn't enough for Skyfire to be buried in ice. Now he has become ice.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, he has become that which defeated him.
I'm happy for you, Don. It's not. I was expecting something crazy, but
Well, I mean, Diecast can understand.
Wow. I really
that-
appreciate that. It's
I mean, you know how good Phoenix is.
yeah.
And you know how great this does look as far as so I'm just really happy with it. I am sorry it did come, and again, it's not any of the clear plastic that broke. It's the standard solid black plastic.
Yeah, that's something that's easy to fix.
Yeah, it's easy to fix. But yeah, that was my big ticket purchase. I had a chance to get it for significantly less than what the retail is.
So what, like $375?
Around there, it's very. Like I said, I sold a metric crap ton of stuff I didn't want.
No, Don.
No.
It's not any kind of judgment thing on the money.
Oh no. It's just, I nickel and dime my way up into affording this. Plus, with PayPal 6 months same as cash, it helps spread it out anyway. So there's that.
So I decided to celebrate Don's purchase of the Crystal Phoenix. I'm going to start collecting Captain Power toys.
Hey,
Okay.
go for it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just be prepared to pay for a lot for Chase.
For the most part, they're pretty cheap. I said for the most part.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I know that may be disappointed to some people. They were expecting something along the lines of MP711. I apologize if you were, but to me, this is a major purchase, a really great looking.
That's
figure,
awesome, Don.
and I'm just really happy to finally have it.
Cool.
And the important thing is, it's not a clear Kronos.
Yes, I thought it was Kronos.
Well, I mean, I still have Kronos, and he will be going on the shelf with my Phoenixes and my Siege Jetfire and my Classics Jetfire And my no, I sold the titanium Jetfire. Sorry.
No, I sold that.
Okay, Diecast, you can go now.
It's nothing as good as what Don got. I got the Transformers Generation 2 game. It came from
the Tiger
GameStop.
handheld.
You already had that, I thought. Didn't you?
Nice.
No, I never got it. And it was on sale at GameStop, and I was buying
How much?
a McFarlane figure. I think it was $11.99.
Oh, it's about $3
Not
off.
bad.
Yeah, yeah. But I needed like $10 more to get free shipping, so this worked out perfect. I was like, I kind of wanted that. Is it better just to leave it in the package?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
As someone who around age 12 spent a lot of hours playing a Castlevania and a Batman, one of those kind of games, yes, it's much better to leave those in the package.
I played. Was it the Castlevania 2 Tiger
I
handheld
don't
game?
remember.
That's when I
don't
had. It was
remember.
horrible.
Well,
And-
they were all horrible.
No, what? No,
games.
no. The Mouse Maze game is actually pretty good, but it's that game is conducive to that sort of gameplay. Sorry.
Okay, but any kind of platformer
Yeah.
game they try to adapt onto that's going to be terrible, which is what we're looking at here. But yeah, sorry, Diecast.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I got the and that was because I wanted the Grim Reaper Batman, and GameStop was the only store that
God,
I could
that line
find that had it in
sucks.
stock. So,
So much.
And then-
The McFarlane line had so much promise, but it sucks so bad now.
But it's a McFarlane line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm really into that McFarlane
At least
line.
Diecast is having fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's like someone. I remember they did a thing like, we're taking you on a tour of the DC universe. Yeah, the Batman part of it.
It's like junk though that I don't like. I've read hundreds of Batman comics in my life, and I recognize basically none of it.
That doesn't mean they're not good figures.
Okay.
Pretty
As long as
cool
you're having
looking.
fun, Diecast.
You do you, Diecast.
So, I got Don's RC. Walmart sent it to me because they
No,
like
Chris
me better.
Triplet got Don's RC. We established this earlier.
I got Don's
Oh.
RC.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have it yet, but I did want to give a shout out to Brentosaur. He's selling me his, so I do have one on the way. So yeah, but it's
Nice.
not arrived yet.
And then I also got Cheetor. And I haven't taken him out of the box. His gold is really dark on his face and his legs compared to like the Kingdom.
Compared to what he's supposed to look like would also be a correct statement.
Okay, yeah, that too. Yeah, on the package, his helmet is yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the back of the package, his helmet is yellow in the
Yeah.
promo pics. So I'm not sure what happened.
In the show, his helmet was gold, like yellow gold, not, metallic bronzy gold.
Not mustard.
Not
Yeah.
mustard.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I'm looking at the box art and the back of the packaging, I'm pretty confused.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened. Seems to be pretty much the official slogan of the Red Line at this point.
I'm not sure what this is, but I'm confused. Yeah, that's all I got this week. It was a slow week.
Rob, did you get anything?
Yes, I did get a few things. Well, first off, I got the day after the show, I got Studio Jazz, which is a really nice little toy. It's fun. Unlike the other Studio Deluxes I've gotten, I enjoy handling that. It's fun to transform. It's fun to mess with. I'm really pleased with it, and I am going to leave it in its package for the most part like a fragile, delicate rose made of non-biodegradable plastic. And I also got Studio Series Grimlock, which I wasn't necessarily in love with it in terms of appearance. I was hoping for something a little bit more in line with how Studio is handling the other figures, something very drastically on model, which I would say this isn't quite, but it's also just the best Grimlock figure I have handled in a long, long time. It looks like Grimlock. It transforms like Grimlock. I give it Grimlock out of impossible Grimlock points. It is an excellent toy, and Wheelie is also there, which
Instead of a sword.
Yeah, Wheelie is there instead of a sword. I will be when Non-F shows off the sword they're going to make for it drink. I will be looking at that because I want this Grimlock to have a very nice sword because it is, it's definitely in line with the things we've been getting from Earthrise and such. In that I don't see myself needing another version of Grimlock anytime soon. And lastly, I got Core Class Kingdom Rat Trap, which
that was a journey.
Yeah, my first experience with that was not great because I tried to transform it and the head exploded. So, on top of which, it had a problem where the tail, did not want to. It had to occupy the physical space that the back plate was trying to use in order to flip around to lock to the back the way it's supposed to. Turns out, thanks to Chris, who sent me a replacement rat trap, which actually functions the way it's supposed to. I know that neither of these are typical for the mold. When you get a fully functional version of this mold, that is a really nice figure. I am really happy with the one that actually works, that pieces don't fly off of, and that is a lot more fun when you get a good one. So. Thank you very much. I am. That is so much better an experience when you get one that's not ridiculous.
I still felt bad for inflicting the Deluxe Generations one on you 7 years ago. So I thought making sure that you got a good copy of the good Rat Trap that everybody seems to like and feels like a lot of toy for its $10 sub basic size. It seemed like a way to make up for that.
I really appreciate it because it just 2 rat traps in a row I did not feel comfortable transforming was not the best thing.
It was so sad reading your tweets just because knowing, your experience with rat traps in general.
Mm-hmm. Man, I have the original basic one somewhere around here, and I don't think I want to touch it again. I don't know what it will do.
I don't know of any endemic problems with that toy.
Then it pleases me to be the first.
It'd probably be fine unless it starts stripping gears or something.
Yeah, which hopefully it will not do. But
yeah,
that is the new copy of Rat Trap I have is that is a really nice figure. If you get one that is argumentative, return it. There are better Rat Traps available. And I'm pretty sure that is everything I have gotten this week.
Cool. John?
Let's see. The only thing I got this week, I can't remember if I got this last week, but I definitely opened it in the last couple days. And it was the Botropolis set, not Bortropolis. Unfortunately, I did not get the misspelled box. Boo.
There is no misspelled box. That was a Photoshop.
Oh, what? Man, I thought I could trust the internet. Well, so you know what the internet does not convey is how good this looks. This is a really good set. Pictures don't do it justice. Over Air is okay. Well, no, I should say it. Over Air is really good looking, but the Skylink's decoed Ironworks is just really, really cool. Especially considering he's 65% just straight white. But it really works. The color blocking really works, and they as a pair look really good. The redecoed Micromasters that come with them, they look good too. So it's just a really handsome set. I'm really happy with them. And it is definitely one of those that sold out on Amazon fairly quickish and now is going for double retail. So I'm glad
it went back in stock today from what I was catching on Twitter.
Well, grab it. So if you're considering it and you can get it for retail at this point, sounds like a good idea to get it. You don't want to be second guessing yourself like the Dirge and Ramjet 2-pack, which is now a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But this one's worth it for sure. $60 is a lot. When you crunch the numbers, it's unfortunately a fair price for this much toy. It's pretty much retail or thereabouts. But anyway, 2 thumbs up. I approve of it. And it's a nice way to end that little kind of mini collection, sub collection, the Odyssey collection on Amazon. So yeah, very nice set.
With the backdoor pilot to the next miniseries that will never happen.
Shh. Never say never.
Wait, what is it? What did I miss?
Well, the Botropolis set's story hook is these Micromasters are heading out to search for a lost in space Skylynx.
Oh, that.
But since
Okay.
this is the last set,
Yeah.
there's not going to be a resolution to that in the story of any further toys. So basically, they're setting up for a sequel that they're never intending to make.
So totally not related to Micromaster. Well, actually, I guess maybe it is because of the origins of them. It's a licensed Hasbro property now. It's not made by Hasbro, but Micro Machines, obviously, they're available at Target, Walmart, etc. I was at Sheetz today, and I didn't realize they have blind bagged Micro Machines.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I almost got one, except it was like $5, and I'm like, I'm not.
Oh,
Paying $5.
I was about to ask you why you didn't, because that would have been great material for the show. You open one live on the stream.
Okay,
But
maybe
not
I'll
for-
do it next
not-
week.
not for- okay, I was gonna say not for $5.
Yeah, we'll
I'd
see.
be interested if they broke out the old Micro Machines Star Trek molds for that.
Oh yeah.
They're all
Probably
new
not.
molds, though, aren't they?
I don't
And
know.
also there's licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, John, that was it.
Blade Raider followed up on
Yeah.
my comments about Galactic Odyssey. The resolution of that story is the Earthrise cartoon where Skylynx
Oh
spoilers
God.
dies.
Oh God.
Okay, so we solved that mystery.
That's true.
God. Okay. I'll go. I also got Ultimate X pants, and he is a wonderful pair of pants. I'm never opening it.
Yeah, the packaging's brilliant.
It's beautiful. It's staying that way. I also got Red Cheetor and RC, but I opened them. Other than not looking right, Cheetor's actually pretty great as far as an action figure goes. So what I hate about the G1 Red figures is they just look and feel weird. Get outside of G1 and they're not bad, except for RC, who sucks. She is so floppy. Her
That
leg,
half the line.
her leg is just ridiculously loose. And the thing is, the knee joint is just so petite. I'm afraid it's going to snap. So, no more like RC, more like Cheetor, or better yet, just don't make any more at all. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know they have at least 2 more in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Starscream and Bumblebee. Sad trombone.
Yeah. I got another sealed McDonald's Minibot. This is a red and green Brawn. So, there you go. That's another one of those. And a sealed Beast Wars VHS Airazor.
Ooh.
So I never had this version of Airazor. Kind of wish I had got an open one, honestly, because I love that toy and love fiddling with it. But she's sealed. She's got the VHS in there, and I'm never cracking it open. So that's it. Pretty.
What's on that VHS again?
Probably
Good.
the Spark. Her intro episode, probably.
Introducing the Transmetals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a season 2 episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Interesting.
and for people born, say, after
Are you going to explain what VHS is
after
now?
1995, the VHS, the little tab is broken, so it can't be recorded over unless you put some tape on.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Modded.
It's not even a box. It's a bare VHS with a cardboard.
Oh, there's not even a slip cover?
Nope. Just a piece of
Wow,
cardboard over it.
stingy.
Yeah, come on, margins, guys. Come on, give them a break.
Interesting.
I mean, what they should have done with those is just have the slip cover on there and have the blister attached to that. Like, use the whole VHS as the card back for the toy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking. They weren't. Okay. Amazon, tfradio.net/Amazon. Buy some stuff. A lot of stuff is up there. Diecast shared a an electronic dinosaur thing that was like a lightning deal. I bought one. I'll show it off on the show. I don't know. It's a dinosaur car thing. It plays stuff. Diecast, like, I thought electronics and Transformers was expensive. Why is this $13? Well, we'll find out next week, buddy.
Well, okay, so if it's the line of stuff I'm thinking of, it's because it has like all of 5 moving parts.
I don't know. It looks like it's. That's
why I can afford to have electronics.
It looks like it didn't go through drop tests and everything. It looks like it's fly by night deal. So
my thinking in my head was it's originally it's MSRP a $20 toy. So I said, this $20 toy has electronics. So how much can electronics really cost? If you have a $575 toy, why can't you put electronics in it?
Well, I mean, one reason your $575 toy can't have electronics is because there is no physical space in it big enough to house the electronics.
The head? The head couldn't house electronics?
Not with the opening mouth and moving eye gimmicks.
Yeah,
the eye gimmick is dumb, and it's not going to work right.
Oh,
plus,
man.
Like I said in the
turn
beginning.
on Unicron.
Yeah, plus the fact it has to transform, and any wires that ran through the body would have to be extra sturdy to handle any kind of potential,
Yeah, that's
breakage.
why the third-party stuff that includes light-up functions or whatever has like battery compartments in every piece of the toy that has to have the electronics. They don't even bother trying to wire it. They just make every single part its own separate circuit.
Yeah, and if you look at the figures, like Walmart has the Iron Giant and the Robbie the Robot, those are $20, and you get the exact amount of what you need. At least I've got the Robbie the Robot version, and you get the speeches, you get the motion on the dials and everything, and you're getting what you pay for. That's a hell of a figure for $20. It's just when you get to something like that with Unicron, yeah, it would have been nice to have light up eyes and maybe a voice box or something, but you're just going to be adding more cost onto something that's already a metric crap ton of plastic.
Yeah, but it would be like $5 to add electronics to that toy, probably.
Well, no, I actually talked to them several years ago, and I asked them at TFCon. When y'all, BotCon. I'm sorry, BotCon. When y'all do voice clips in Transformers, a lot of the times it's abbreviated parts of a scene, or the transformation sound is extremely short, and it really doesn't add a lot to the figure because the transformation sound is too short when you want it to be longer for a more complicated figure. And if it's playing voice clips, you're not even getting the full scene. And they said when they buy the chips, it's done in preset storage amounts. Mm-hmm. And you've only got so much space at a certain price point to hold so much information.
Yeah, but I'm sure they fixed that, because look at Metroplex. The Titan figure had electronics in Metroplex, and the Japanese one played a full.
That was Fortress Maximus.
Fortress Maximus played a whole song.
Yeah. No, it played a 10-second snippet of the song.
Right. So I'm just saying, Diecast, even if the economics of scale have changed, it's still another added expense on something that they're already putting an absolute metric crap ton of oil into to even produce.
Yes.
Hey, Diecast. Now I feel a lot of energy here tonight. A lot of negative energy here related to Unicron. I need you to do something here. I need you to talk it out with your tattoo. I need you to stand in front of a mirror. I need you to talk to him and get your feelings out and just kind of discharge the bad mojo, because I do not want you to wait till the actual toy shows up. And I don't want you to let that have it and do anything regrettable to the toy. I need you to reckon with this situation, and you've got the perfect way to do it. Unicron's literally on your chest, and you'll be also looking at yourself. It's very meta. So you can reckon with, your feelings and Unicron's feelings at the same time.
I'm just gonna take it to the bowling alley and see how well it rolls.
Yeah, I don't think it's Unicron on his chest that he has a problem. It's the Unicron on his back,
Okay.
like a monkey on your back.
Okay. Hey, so patreon.com/TF Radio. Thank our touch patrons every week. I don't think we've added any new touched patrons. So if you want to get on our History on the Five podcast, sign up. You can be on. It's a lot of fun. I want to thank Kevin Dorsey, Ryan Bona, Cheesy Patty, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Nathan, Sampy, Jonathan James, Ness, Joey Russell, Jason Hiley, Mike Mallory, Jason W. Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, Spider Bob, and Mighty Orbots. I think those are still all current. I'll update it next week in case anybody dropped off. Or if anybody joins up, patreon.com/TF Radio. Much appreciated. You can also find that list at tfradio.net/credits. Go to tfradio.net. We have links to everything there. There you go. That's the plug for the week. You can also find the show notes for this episode at tfradio.net/717. That's the secret sauce if you want to see what we have on the show. Plus, watch the video version. Just type in tfradio.net/the episode number. I'm on Twitter at bkilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby. Rob Springer's at zonebase.org and at RoboRobSpringer. Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
I'm personally on Twitter at ChrisRTXV. For my toy photography work, galleries and articles and such are collected at playwithphotography.com. On Instagram, it's playwithphotography or at playwithphotos on Twitter. If you like the work I'm doing or want to show your support and help me do more of it, you can sign up at Patreon, patreon.com/playwithphotos for as little as $2 per month. Also, if you just want to do a random act of kindness to me, I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/chrislist. I think that covers everything.
Cool. Rob.
I'm on Twitter at Figure Reviewers and Rob Flails. Rob Flails is the Twitter for Flail Throughs, my YouTube channel. I cover Gundam Battle Operation 2, which is a free-to-play Gundam game that is fast approaching Char's counterattack mobile suits. We're kind of thinking April or May for those. So there's going to be some fun, interesting stuff in there. This last week was the Rick DS2, which is fun to run around and stab things with. And if you like what I do there, patreon.com/flailthroughs, you can request specific rounds, color combinations, weapons, etc. And if you just want to throw stuff at me, then tfradio.net/claylist will work.
Cool. Let's see here. Don.
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC4 EVR.
John.
Yes.
John D everywhere.
Oh,
And Diecast.
You can find me chartering a pirate ship to go find some Unicrons. You can also follow me on that adventure on Twitter at Diecast2, like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and see all my reviews except Unicron, because apparently he won't be coming, at tfradio.net/reviews.
Cool. Okay, awesome. We'll be back next week, hopefully with Unicrons in tow, except for Diecast. We'll see you then.
Hashtag everybody before Diecast.
Okay. I'm just going to go there. Okay, so I just got a strange text from Kim. Apparently, a laundry basket got washed in the washing machine.
What?
I don't.
How does that
Like
happen?
one of those collapsible ones?
It's a small one.
Oh.
It's about,
Okay.
but it's plastic. It's not collapsible.
It may be now.
Yeah.
So how many orders do you think were placed for Unicron in the first day?
I don't know. Oh, well, we could go back and actually, we tracked that.
Yeah, you have a Google Doc or something?
I did.
Well, we have episodes.
Yeah.
If nothing
Oh
else.
God.
Well, no, I mean the Unicron report was like its own segment, so it wouldn't be that hard to skim through an episode and.
Boy, those
get
were
to
the
that.
days, huh? When we had a weekly like news story to track, and there was always something to talk about.
I got so tired of talking about Unicron.
No, come
Yes.
on. No.
If I can give you my order number to see how far away we are.
Well, I mean,
When we're not streaming.
actually, people
Yeah.
watching live, I've got
Speaking of which, bye everybody.
I've got work I got to do. So let's do that. So people watching live,
There's laundry baskets to fish out of washing machines.
and I've got some stuff to do in the basement. We'll see you then next week.